Good morning, grade 12s. It's Mrs. Latin with Better at Business. Today we're going to be looking at the marketing strategy. So, our primary focus for today is going to be on Checkers, and we're going to be talking about how Checkers puts together their marketing strategy and what they've done. So, something that's been quite successful is the extra savings card that they have given through to customers. Clever marketing ploy because you get the database of customers and now you can communicate directly with your customers. You can understand what they're purchasing, really kind of get some good market research with regards to what is working in your store. So, what is marketing? Marketing is ongoing activities to reach your target market to fulfill their needs. It is getting the right product to the right person at the right price in the right place. And Checkers has been pretty successful with that. With the launch of Prime, Prime actually came up with an amazing marketing campaign. And it's a marketing trick campaign called price anchoring. So they basically put the price really high so that people feel that this is a product of amazing value. Very clever. And I think the success of this campaign was bringing in Logan Paul and KSI, who are social media influencers and have a huge following of teenagers. So what was happening is they were saying, we're coming to Checkers, we're launching Prime, get to select Checkers stores, and moms were literally queuing outside Checkers to get their hands on Prime. There was even reported that someone paid 700 Rand for a bottle of coconut water and sugar. That's marketing. Checkers has also come up with their 60/60, and they've got quite a catchy little tune that do 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 60/60. So my kids sing it in the car all the time. And what they've said is that if it's 30 minutes late, so they've given themselves like a little bit of a leeway, but if it's 30 minutes late, that it will be free. No other retail store is doing that at the moment. So a pretty good campaign. They also came up with a little garden where it was a free seedling kit. If you spent an X amount of money with them, you would then get these free seedling kits. And it's very touchy-feely. It's a corporate social responsibility marketing campaign. And the ad is just absolutely lovely. You know, it reminds me of the Lorex. I don't know how you pronounce that. But if you watch the ad, such a lovely ad. Okay. So let's get into the strategy. Grade 12s, you need to remember there are 5 steps to a marketing strategy. And I've had a look. They haven't asked marketing strategy in a paper 2 for a very long time, or a section C for a very long time. I have a sneaky feeling that marketing is going to be coming up this year. So, what is our strategy? Our first step is an environmental scan. The second step is to establish your unique selling point, your USP, and your target market. The third is to ensure that you've got a sufficient marketing budget. The fourth, which is the biggest section in the strategy, is your marketing mix, and you're going to look at your 7 Ps. And the fifth, in any step, you're always going to evaluate. So there's going to be evaluation. I've come up with a little acronym that I'm hoping will help you to remember a strategy. Think of an elephant, and it's basically the little acronym goes as such. Elephants unite before migrating east. Elephants unite before migrating east. Elephants is your environmental scan. Unite, USP. Before is budget. Migrating, marketing mix. East is evaluation. So I'm hoping that helps you to remember the marketing strategy and that there are 5 steps to that. Let's get into it. Right, the first step that you're going to be doing is environmental scanning. Now, grade 12s, you have done this in the section called environments. So you're going to be looking at your external environment and your internal environment. External environment, you're going to look at your industry, pestle. Do you remember your macro environment? competitor, you're going to be looking at your Porter's Six Forces model and also a market mapping grid. And basically, you're going to be placing your store according to price and quality so that you can see who you're competing against and in which section you want to be. Where are you not? So that you can start looking at that. And Checkers has been pretty successful with that. And I'll show you how in slides that are coming up now. External, you're going to be looking at your customer. Remember, it's called LSM, Lifestyles Measure. And basically, how they measure people is by the things they have. So if you've got a TV and a fridge, running water, you are then classified in an LSM. The LSM ranges from 1 to 10, 1 being the poorest of the poor, 10 being the richy riches. Hey? Lately, they've come up with a new measure, which is called a socio-economic measure. And they don't focus so much on what the target market or what the population has. It's more so what are the socio-economic situation of that particular individual. So that's what the SEM is. It's an upgrade of an LSM. The internal scanning you're going to be doing is a SWOT analysis. You're then going to be looking at a value chain analysis. Remember, with your value chain, you're looking at what are my primary activities and how can I add value to what I currently have? How can I be more to what we are offering now? And your resource-based analysis is looking at your competitors. What do they have? Should we have it? Will we have a return on investment if we do include it? For example, Woolworths has a lovely Woolies coffee shop where they sell Woolies food. Is Checkers going to go that way? Is there an opportunity for them? Will there be a return on investment? Once they've established that, they will then do a strategy to bring in that resource. Okay. So quite cleverly, Checkers has looked at Pestle, and with Eskom and our load shedding issues at the moment, they have come up with a solar power giveaway. And basically, the advert says that if you buy these certain products and use your extra savings card, you can stand in line to win solar power to the value of 100,000 Rand. Clever campaign, because what do? They bring in their suppliers, and who actually pays for the campaign? The suppliers, not Checkers. Right. Step 2. We're looking at our USP. Remember, we've just done elephants. Now we're looking at Unite. What is Checkers' USP? What is their target markets? Okay, so their target market with the introduction of Fresh X Store, they are now bringing in a competitor to Woolies. Hey, the Fresh X stores are pretty beautiful, pretty amazing, and definitely catering for the more affluent South Africans, the LSM 8 to 10. ShopRite is catering for LSM 4 to 7, and ShopRite You Save stores is targeted LSM 1 to 5. What makes Checkers unique? Well, definitely their Checkers 60/60. They've got the simply fresh range that they've brought in, where they're really trying to be quite green in everything that they do, from the packaging. It's more healthy options that are available for clients. They also have a CompuTicket. You can pay for airtime. You can purchase electricity, prepaid electricity. They've got so much on offer. They also offer a bank card where you get up to 2.5% automatic discounts on purchases. They say no interest, no admin fees, and you've got 30 days to pay those groceries. ... If you don't pay in 30 days, then obviously you're going to start paying interest. They also have Jan, who is the brand ambassador for the Forest and Forage range. And Jan is a 5-star Michelin chef who has opened up the most incredible restaurants in France. He's actually been on Showmax. He's amazing. So they've brought him in from a credibility, to show that his products and that range is competing against Woolies and is because he's a 5-star Michelin chef. They've also brought in a clothing brand called Unique, and it's very new. It's just opened up in Canal Walk, and I must say the clothing looks really good. Another thing that they're looking at doing is pioneering a self-checkout machine. So that's our second step. Checkers, we've looked at their target market. We've looked at what makes them unique. What is the third step? Migrate, marketing budget. We've got to make sure that our campaign is going to deliver a return on investment. So we've forecasted what our marketing is going to be doing. We're going to be bringing X amount of sales in, and you would then have a budget that you've got to stick to in order to fulfill that campaign. Our fourth step is our marketing mix. Now, let's have a look at a Checkers aisle, because we're going to cover our first 4 Ps: product, price, place, promotion. So place will cover how did we get the stock to our store? Is there a middleman? Do we buy from a wholesaler, or do the manufacturers deliver directly through to Checkers? And because Checkers has got such big volumes, they would be delivering directly through to a Checkers distribution center. And from there, they could then move the product through to the different stores, or they would deliver directly through to the stores. Checkers has got to make sure that they've got the right products in the aisles. Is it catering to their customers' needs? Does the product packaging look amazing? Is it enticing? What is the price point that we're looking at? So a lot of the retail stores will do leader pricing, where they will look at what is the biggest selling product. What do people buy a lot of? And I would think coffee is one, because they've always got coffee on promotion. So you've got this fancy coffee on promotion. And I know me, if the coffee's on promotion, I think, oh, 89.99, it's normally 130 Rand. I'm going to go buy a Checkers. I'm going to go buy coffee, one thing. That never happens. I go in with one thing on my list, I come out with a trolley. And that is a pricing strategy that they have. They also do that with nappies, because nappies is quite a grudge purchase. And when you are a parent, you have to buy nappies. It's no negotiable. So you would then go to that store thinking you're going to go buy a bag of nappies, and you end up buying a whole shop, a whole month's groceries. So that's kind of a strategy that they put in place. And then, of course, promotion. What promotion are you going to be running on that product? The extra savings card is going to be linked to that promotion. And these stores, Checkers will sell space. So at the end of an aisle, it's called a gondola end. And they will sell that space to the promotion. For example, if you look here, I think this is Jungle Oats that they're busy promoting. And Tiger Brands will come in, and they will make sure that they've got all the point of sale material, the shop talkers and the flaps and the bunting and everything, to really kind of dress that area up so that it entices the target market to buy. Don't forget, your Checkers has house brands. They've got private labels, which is a really great marketing ploy. This is only available at Checkers. So you've got your Checkers house brand, which is very much about price. You've got the Simple Truth range, which is got your almond milks and your vegan and your lovely cauliflower noodles and all sorts of wonderful things. They've got the Banting Revolution range, which is all, the trend at one stage was banting and keto and low GI, all kind of health trends. Oh, here's my favorite, old Jan with Forage and Feast, and he's got this beautiful range that comes out. And then, again, adding credibility to everything that they're doing, Gordon Ramsay and his daughter with the Oh My Goodness range, and they've got a whole no junk promise. And as a mom, to buy the no junk promise, you feel pretty good buying biscuits for your kids that have got less sugar. So good marketing campaigns. Right, the 3 Ps that are all orientated towards service. Okay, so if you get a question about the service Ps, these are the service Ps in your marketing mix. So the physical refers to the actual physical store. What is the Checkers signage? How does the Checkers store look? Is it open? Is the lighting good? Does it make me feel good to shop there? You know, there's some stores, I won't mention their names, but some stores that I just do not enjoy shopping at because it's stinky. So I almost think, why must I subject myself to a stinky store when I've got Checkers down the road? I've got to just drive a little bit longer and I can get to Checkers and I can have a pleasant shopping experience. So that is the whole physicalness of Checkers. Also, physical refers to the uniforms that people are wearing, the look and feel of everything. Does it make me feel good to be there? People in service refers to the employees, not your target market. Please, grade 12s, we've dealt with the target market in step 2, the USP and target market. People here refers to the employees, and they are very important in your marketing mix because your employees are your brand ambassadors for the store. If I go in and I've got a poopy cashier, I don't need to go back to the store again. So I don't have to subject myself to anyone who's unfriendly and is just not great. So your people are your most important. Your employees, the service that they give you is very important. The after sales service, the way they treat you when you're walking down the aisle and they can see you're kind of looking for something and they stop and say, "Can I help you?" That counts hugely for a customer. And then the last P under service is process. What is the process that you take when you are shopping at Checkers? So I get there, I get to the store, I have a trolley. Is the trolley clean? Do the wheels work on the trolley? Because, oh my goodness, if I can find a wonky trolley, I will. And it always wants to go that way or that way. So, are the trolleys working well? As I walk in, are the aisles clean? Are they open? Am I able to shop comfortably? The process and the flow of everything. You know, if I'm going to be doing a big monthly shop, the cold goods, the meats and milks and dairies should be right at the end because I don't want them to get warm while I'm busy walking up and down the aisles shopping for all the other things. When I get to the till, what is the process? Am I standing there for a long time? One thing that Woolies does is they have a sign that says, if you've been standing for longer than 10 minutes, please contact this number. This is the manager on duty today, and we will help you and sort it out. What? I think that's pretty amazing. Okay, so those are your marketing mix elements. Just to recap, this is a big section in your marketing strategy. You've got product, you're going to look at the type of products, the life cycle, the packaging. Price, you've got market penetration strategy, leader, promotional, and bulk. Place, wholesaler, retailer. Is it intensively distributed, selectively, exclusively? Promotion, social media, advertising, sales promotions. And then your service is people, process, and physical. Grade 12s, I'm going to have to do a separate video for the marketing mix because it's a very long and involved section. So I will be doing that shortly. Okay, now we've got to our last step, and that is evaluate. We now need to evaluate the marketing strategy that we've come up with. So, is having Jan, the amazing Michelin star chef, as a brand ambassador, did it work? Have we made money? Has there been a return on investment? Because I can tell you now, he would be very expensive to have as a brand ambassador. So you would then evaluate, was it successful? What are our key learnings from this campaign? What did we do well? We used to say, what did we do well? And what are the opportunities to improve? You know, it's never a negative. So that is your marketing strategy. Okay. Just some extra little things that I found that I thought was so great is that Checkers advertised in Australia and England, and there is no Checkers in Australia and England. And basically, the idea was to generate talk and to remind expats that they can have groceries delivered to family and friends in South Africa via Checkers 6060. And the whole campaign was to show how cost effective it was to buy at Checkers compared to other stores, that a lot of our South Africans have moved over to. It was a tongue-in-cheek, quite a naughty little ad. I loved it. I thought it was really good, breaking through the clutter. Grade 12s, this is how Checkers used to look in the 80s. They've come a long way. I was a child in the 80s. I was very young, and I just remember it used to be like a yellow and brown packet. The store used to be yellow and brown, and it really wasn't, in my opinion, a great feel. I never felt great going to Checkers. Pick and Pay was quite zhuzhy. Checkers was kind of like meh. And look at it now. I mean, look at how they've improved and the colors that they've changed to and the whole look and feel and how they're keeping up with the market. I just think it's incredible. They've also had some campaigns with Brad Binder, where he delivers a dream. Go have a look at that ad on YouTube, the Ultimate 60/60 Delivery. I actually sat and had a little cry because it was so beautiful. I think they play that plinky plonky music in the background, which makes it quite sad. They also had another campaign with Checker 60/60 Delivers Joy, and the drivers of the motorbikes made music with their motorbikes. Go have a look at that. And then, of course, playing into the whole time is complicated about Eskom and 60/60. And yeah, I think they really are breaking through the clutter with their ads and being quite relevant. I like it. Great. Grade 12s, I wish you all the very best for your up and coming prelims and your finals. If you're needing any extra help, please contact me. I do have online tutoring available. I can send you the pricing. You will be getting notes with that. So, yeah. Okay, great. Have a good day. Cheers, hey.